Your team, Wayne and everyone behind the scenes seem to be on the ball. Is it a case of just letting them get on with their work, or you got your finger on the pulse all the time?
I like attention to detail, so I zoom in on quite a lot of things. But yeah, so it will be a daily report back on what's happening. But yeah, I think Wayne and the team has got their fingers on the pulse. Wonder Boy is busy with the pitches and the field. Obviously, Crystal, in her space, she's handling all of that. So I think all the managers, they are managers because they need to fulfill their duties. So I think Quentin with the team, we know he's busy with his job. Angie's running her show. Crystal's running the brand and communications. Wayne is stadium-wise. And then obviously Yash with all the cricket pipeline activities. And then Shailen, who we appointed now as the finance manager, we know he's busy with these things. So I'll just keep checking in on everybody, and somehow I'll add another thing in the mix. But yeah, I think we've got everything under control. Obviously, again with this period, with the weather in our favour, we have to move quickly.
Anyone got a question? Or must I just carry on going? Because I will.
So just to reflect on your time here at the Dolphins, I see there's a lot of improvement, and I saw your plan. And something that you've touched is the transformation, which has been something that we spoke about as media and also the fans of the game. And recently you went to the commission in Pietermaritzburg. Just take us through all of that.
I think from a transformation point of view, I think we want to get to a stage where we are a representative winning nation. I think that's always been my view of it. I think we don't mind who's representing us as long as we have to be the best in the world. But we also have to give opportunity. We have to realize the differences, and we have to create opportunities for everybody. So I think that's something we've zoomed in on. And I think that's why I say as a Dolphins family, we're actually extremely proud of where we are, what we've done over many years. I think if we just look at the ladies sitting here today, if you go back 10 years, they didn't have half of the opportunities that they have now. So I think, yes, we've made a lot of progress. I don't think we'll ever say, yes, the job is done. But I think we keep reaching out, we keep growing our base. And I think with resources, anything is possible. So I think that was key for us, is to get more and more partners on board so we can do more and more things. Facilities, we all know, especially in the township areas, the facilities is just non-existent, and we have to make a plan. Unfortunately, we can't wait for government or whoever to make a plan. We have to step in and come up with those solutions. So yeah, we've got all the EPG scorecards and the BE scorecards and all those different things, which we do well in it. But for me, it's if we can live it every single day. That's how we have to do. And regardless, and I think when I moved here as well, the one thing I've realized is in Potch, the guy might have spoken Afrikaans, and he was an old white man, and his name was Jan. I could certainly find the similarity of a guy who's now called Ukushle. And he's a youngster, and he looks different to me, and he speaks Zulu. But it's the same human, it's the same personality, it's the same good person. So I think for me that's been a big lesson for me personally, and something for me. Again, I don't mind what you look like or how you speak or whatever you do, as long as you're on the same page and you're chasing excellence in the same way that I do on my team.
My question is also for the CEO. Heinrich, as you mentioned, you are working closely with the Sharks, and something that they seem to be getting right lately is reviving that stadium culture, which is something that we want to happen here. Like I said, grow up coming to the Grassenbach there and Castle Corner later. But any innovations that you've picked up from them that may also work for here to make sure that for the domestic as well as international games, we get more people coming here, especially like young people who are the future?
Yeah, I think good question. It's something we've been grappling with. I think the first thing we've had to do is get the basics right, and I think that's facilities. We've had to at least make it if you're going to get out of your house, travel, come to the stadium, spend a few hours here. You have to fix the food courts, the ablutions, the waste area, the list goes on, and we've identified each of the stakeholders and how we can address it. The floodlights, the scoreboard, all those things are going to add to that bigger experience. But then in terms of getting into the season and then actually showcasing the stadium to more and more people, I think one of the innovative ideas we've had is actually to invite all of you here today as well, because you need to share this message. It's a beautiful place to be. It's wonderful to actually get to know these players, to actually see their skills and how they operate. But yes, on that note, we have to come up with the right plans. We have to get closer to our schools, and it's something that we've been working on. I think what the Sharks have done well is the build up to the matches, the sort of pre-show and after the match. They've always got some activity happening. I think with cricket being a slightly longer game, we probably have to do it a little bit different, because you can certainly, for 80 minutes of a rugby game, yes, you can stay a few hours late or a few hours early. With us, a T20 is already 3.5 hours. So I think for us, it's just spreading the game and making sure that all of us as a collective keep marketing it, keep sharing the experiences, and get, again, I do think authentic growth for me is what it's all about. Getting our cricket family in, getting our own supporters in, and wherever we are, from whichever communities we are, to keep spreading those messages, but then just being more visible in terms of when it's happening, getting these fixture lists out as soon as possible, and then hopefully we can add a few elements to the match day experience.
Marques, I just want to ask you something quickly.
Thank you.
Thanks, OG. I don't know if you're done yet, but Ackers, you've got the media here, you've got all the people that write nice things about you, hopefully. But from you guys as players, is there anything specific that you want to get from them? Is there anything that you feel like might be missing between you guys and the media in terms of your relationship?
I think obviously this is the first time I've been involved where we actually get to meet people from different platforms. I think if that's internet, your social media platforms, radio, I think the importance from a player's perspective is that the role that, everyone sits at home or sits in the office, or when there's a break, you go on Twitter, you go on social media pages or whatever, you listen to the radio in the car. The influence and the impact that you guys have is so massive, because a lot of the time when I go through my social media and stuff, it's all negative. As a country, whatever it is, there's negative information coming through all the time. And I think just of late, like, the Springboks, the Proteas, all the positive information that's coming out on players, the team, coaches, I think that's it's so warm and nice to see and to read. And I think the impact that you guys have is to portray a positive influence or positive impact on the players in KZN. I think that's big for the player as an individual, but also the brand as the Dolphins, the stadium. Those are positive impacts that you guys can make for, the different brands and the players as a brand. I think today, hopefully what we can get out of that is, getting to understand the different players, getting to understand what their story is. And it might not be today, but when they do maybe put a good performance in on the field, then you guys actually have a bit of background on them and you can actually portray them in a good way. And at the end of the day, good publicity goes a long way, because, that helps with, people jumping on the bandwagon, not just for your brand, yourself, but also for the player and maybe representing higher honors. And I think that's probably that's quite a lot, but yeah, that's probably what I would, want to take out of this is, being able to portray us in a positive way.
Zintle, do you have anything to add there?
I think so far he basically covered most of.
I don't know what you mean by basically.
Doing AI interviews. AI interviews.
Do continue.
But as for us, I think the ladies are getting there more than the guys, of course. But we really appreciate the work that is being done for us. We really appreciate also this. I think it will just put up the stepping zone and move into the right direction.
Yes, question at the back. You can just shout it.
Good afternoon. My question would go to Zintle. Zintle, what could be your word of advice or encouragement to a girl child who's coming from a rural area or township who would like to be like you at some stage? And also, do you believe that a girl coming from a rural area and township stand the same opportunity like the girls who are coming from the south?
Okay. I think for a very young girl coming from the rural area or a girl that grows up wants to play cricket and like me, it would be you just need to work hard and you need to stay focused and you need to have a purpose and listen to the elders, listen to your mothers at home and everywhere. But also if in yourself, if you know you can do it, you'll do it. And if you want to do it, you'll do it the right way. Also, as for me being in the women's space and at this well, it just opened up a lot of opportunities. It was not the same as now back then. When I started at a very young age, also playing. To be here again it's very grateful. I'm grateful and I'm honored. But then, yeah, I think the opportunities are there. You just need to stay focused and be on it.
Question?
My question is to Marques. You've just had a season where you managed to win a trophy. Now you're going into a new season. Maybe what are the goals for the team and what are you looking maybe to do better compared to the previous season? And the second question is that you've got the Fin Cup coming. What are you looking out for in that one against the Sharks? What can the supporters of both the Sharks and Dolphins expect on that day?
Well, your first question, I think, every format we look to win. I think you don't prepare off season or in season to not to compete to win every trophy. I think firstly that's probably our biggest goal for the men and definitely the women's team as well. And then the Fin Cup is a great initiative. I think we've seen similar type events in the past. Hoping there's going to be a lot of people to come and watch, very similar crowds, rugby and cricket. So hopefully we can all get them in together. You've seen on some of the snippets that some of them are some big boys. And there's a reason why we play cricket and not rugby. I just chat to Crystal because I don't know why she put me next to the biggest guy in their team. So, but I think it's a great initiative and it's going to be a really good event with lots of fun. I think there's quite a lot of things happening off the field, which is, some live entertainment and stuff. Just bringing the two sports together, I think they go so hand in hand in South Africa. So, hopefully it portrays KZN in a good light and, the fans that come and watch it will really enjoy it and get to know the new generation, the new names in cricket, the new guys in rugby. When we grew up, the guys that played are very different to now. So hopefully each person gets to, fans get to meet new guys and new role models, which will be a great event.
You don't stand a chance.
I don't think they stand a chance. They're way too big to field. So I think that's going to be their biggest challenge.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Zintle, Marques, and Heinrich. Thank you.